A lot of people have been pointing out, of course, we know the Congressional Black Caucus is been taken over. It's been taken over by people who aren't from this land. They're either people who immigrated here or people who are first generation immigrants. The last leader of the Congressional Black Caucus, he was Caribbean. The current leader of the Congressional Black Caucus, Representative Yvette Clarke, is a first generation Jamaican American. Because of that, they have a dual allegiance to other countries. They're not rooted here in America. They don't fight for the causes that FBAs would fight for. And because they have a dual allegiance, that is an issue and a problem. And since Yvette Clarke is part of the Congressional Black Caucus, she's been elected to lead the Congressional Black Caucus, I want you to see something that's on their website that probably make you say, okay, we have to have a emergency meeting of the minds, right? So let's check this out. Now, this is on the Congressional Black Caucus website, and it talks about immigration reform. I want you to look at this. Lifting up the voices of black immigrants. Now, let me start off by saying this. Not every brother and sister that come here from the diaspora are bad people. Not every brother and sister in the diaspora don't mean any ill will. A lot of them are in our families. A lot of them are our friends. Some people have dated immigrants. Some people married black immigrants. And that's cool. I ain't got no problem with that at all. We're talking about how the Congressional Black Caucus is using black immigrants to funnel in the Democrats' immigration agenda. And we know the majority of the immigrants that's over here is not black immigrants. I'm going to repeat that again. The majority of the immigrants that's here illegally are not black immigrants. But they like to use black immigrants to anchor in the majority of those who came in from Latin America or other countries. Now, lifting up the voice of black immigrants, an estimated 11 million undocumented immigrants call America home. 575,000 of them are black. So you mean to tell me that there are only 575,000, that's according to the Congressional Black Caucus, 575,000 of them are black? So to all the other millions upon millions of people who are out there, by the website itself, the Congressional Black Caucus should feel ashamed of themselves because all of the people that's here aren't black. That is a small number compared to what they keep saying, 11 million people. So why should that be a fight? You can't use black immigrants to bring in all these other people. Hell no. So let's continue. Black immigrants, much like African Americans, are disproportionately targeted by the criminal justice system and often leads to deportation and detention. Consequently, although black immigrants only represent 5%, only 5%, much or nothing, of the undocumented population in the United States, they represent more than 20% of immigrants facing detention and deportation on the criminal grounds. From the institution of slavery to today's institutions, the criminal justice, juvenile justice, and child welfare systems, African Americans know all too well the pain of the forced separation of our families. What are you talking about? You can't conflate what we dealt with in this country with someone that chose to come here. Now, they say the tragic, history unites African Americans with black, Latino, and other immigrant families. No, it don't. We do not have the same experience. No, we don't. CBC Immigration Reform Working Group is committed to fixing our broken immigration system by codifying deferred action for childhood arrivals, extending the temporary protected status of countries that continue to face conflicts and disasters, and advocating for other measures. Okay, so this is what the Congressional Black Caucus says. So when you hear the Congressional Black Caucus talking about immigrants, they're not really focusing all their attention on the black immigrants, because by their own website, they admitted that black immigrants only represent 5% of those who are here illegally. 5%, 575,000. That's a drop in the bucket. So no, you can't use the few black immigrants you have to say, FBAs, y'all need to support immigration because look what's happened to black immigrants. No. You defending all them others. Leave us alone. That's why we say we don't benefit from immigration. It ain't enough black immigrants even in here. You have 43 million plus FBAs and you telling us about 575,000? black immigrants? Really? Come on now. Y'all shouldn't even put that up on their website. Do y'all really think y'all was doing something about putting that out? That's not a flex. That actually make us look at y'all even more funny styles to say, oh, this immigration push by the Congressional Black Caucus is all about just these other foreign nationals. Y'all not even promoting. Listen, y'all not even trying to bring in the black immigrants like that. Y'all probably mad because Trump canceled the TPS for Nicaraguans, Cubans, what was the thing, Haitians. And let me tell you something about the Haitians. It's not majority Haitians. It's going to be a small amount of Haitians, but it's not going to be the majority. The majority going to be coming from Latin America. Bottom line. So when you hear the CBC talking about immigration, they're not talking about black immigrants. They'll lie. They're talking about everybody else. And why they do that? Because they paid by the Democrats to do that. That's the Democrat agenda, ladies and gentlemen. Immigration does not benefit FBAs at all. We get no benefit from immigration. Not a one. I don't support things I don't benefit from. It's just that simple. Well, why y'all like that? Why it has to be you have to benefit? Because that's what everybody else do. We have to benefit from our country. We need to benefit from, we have to benefit. It's just that simple. We have to benefit. So it is what it is, right? And you Democrats are very upset. You very, 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 very upset that we have wised up to the game. And that's why y'all lost the last election, because we wised up. So, no, immigration does not benefit FBAs, and the CBC has actually helped us even solidify our position, because there's not even many black immigrants that you're fighting for anyway, right? And y'all better go sit down somewhere talking about the immigration, please.